Hashtag Verse TV, week 156. Coming from Ace Metaphor. And this is In My Mind Part 4. I just set it up like that. It wasn't intentional, it just happened that way. But here's what he had to say.
The conversation was, well, you're over 40, your market value is so what the fuck, man? We human beings, we are not cars. And that's what I want everybody to understand. You are not a car. You are not a possession. You are a spirit. You are a soul. You are a person. You are unique. You are the only mode of you. Period. And there is a person that will appreciate that mode of you. The fact of the matter is that you do not have to devalue people to feel better about yourself. You got 54-year-old men talking about a 40-year-old woman is a leftover woman. Well, what the fuck that make you, my nigga? If you've been divorced twice, you're 54. What the fuck that make you? A leftover nigga? The fact of the matter is you are a person that needs to be treated and valued as such. Period.
Boom. All right. As it said in this post, he is Ace Metaphor himself is referencing Kevin Samuels. And what I wrote in the notes is because I don't watch Kevin Samuels, but I do see his clips that people show of his stuff. And it's almost like the women who step into his war room for punishment are like kind of masochistic, like they're looking for a little S&M, and he's giving the S and they're giving the M. And I also, and that's about Kevin Samuels and his thing, because he is harsh. But as far as Ace Metaphor, I said he is fine, and that the brother is fine, and I am not a fan of people's use of the N-word, but I think it was cute how he tickled himself when he said, "What does that make you? A leftover N?" And you could tell, like, he kept a mostly straight face, but looking closely at his face, because I was looking closely at his face, because I'm attracted to him. Looking closely at him, you can tell that he sort of tickled himself when he said, "What does that make you, a leftover?" But anyway. Oh, and what he said about matching spirits, I love that, and that made me, for a millisecond, for the first time ever, I wondered if there is no perfect match out there. But then I thought about the spirits, our spirits, because it's not about the human body, but our spirits being joyful together in the next dimension, and then deciding at different times that they want to come down and be humans, inhabit humans, and match with their partner in human life, in human form, male, female, whatever, and have those matches, and for our spirits to find each other perpetually and then return to live and love forever. So yeah, I'm a hopeful romantic, and I think about stuff like that, and I think that's beautiful to imagine that there's a spirit, and in this go round of life, he is a man because I'm homosexual, he is too, and we connect in time. Anyway, that's me. And who wants to go next? Or I can just say Kevin.
Sorry. Think about what it was saying. It's not exact, but I compare it loosely to slavery. People are not property, and they shouldn't be looked at as such. So doesn't matter their value. Like he said, they're not cars. Everyone has ups and downs, pluses and minuses to them. And that's everything.
All right, Jasmine.
Um, yeah, I agree. I like what you said, ace metaphor and all that. And yeah, the Kevin Samuels thing, yeah, that's big. All the, not all they do, but a lot of the streams I listen to, they talk about him a lot. And all that, and it's like a lot of pretty stuff about Kevin Samuels, but some good stuff. But yeah, that's some pick one right there. But yeah, I like what Ace was saying. Yeah.
All right, and Kel Culture.
First off, Kevin Samuels is a narcissist. He has narcissistic personality disorder. He clearly has issues, and he has severe insecurities, and he takes it out on women and tried to make himself feel better. And, kind of got exposed for probably being a little sketchy on camera, and he hid that. But anyway, long story short about that, I think that was just a silly comment because like in your 30s is when you really get to know yourself. In your 30s is really when you become really valuable. So the fact that someone would say something like that is just ignorant, and it shows you like once again society standards of what people should be. At this a certain age, if you're not married, if you don't have kids or whatever by this age, then you're this or that. Once again, that's society telling you something like that. And Kevin Samuels is one of those people that are just perpetuating something that is just nonsense out there and making people feel like they have a time limit to do something, time limit, time limit, time limit. And that's why everybody's having babies and doing everything so early, getting married at the age of 21 and stuff like that. They can't explore. No, you need to try to explore and get to know yourself so that when you have kids, you know how to handle them. You know how to really raise them and not just manage them. And so it's just a silly statement he made.